actually join us this morning. We're going to be kicking off now. But before we kick off, I want to quickly say a big welcome to Christopher Favor. I see you. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. Glory Ojo, I also see you. Thank you so very much. It's a wonderful time to have you in the house. Mr. Idris Olarewaju, thank you so very much for joining us. It's a wonderful time to have you in the house. Manvic FX, I see you. Thank you so very much for joining us. Moyo Sore, thank you so very much for joining us this morning. It's a wonderful time to have you in the house. Mr. Olufemi, it's always a wonderful time to also have you in the house. Puleng Mohoto, thank you so very much for having you in the house. I don't know if I got that correctly, but if I don't, please pardon me. Rare Gold, thank you so very much for having you. Thank you so very much for being around, being with us this morning. Mr. Solomon, I see you. Thank you so very much for being here. Suleiman, thank you so very much for being here. Tabiso, I see you also. Thank you so very much for being here with us this morning. Tai, I also see you. Thank you so very much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, the company that is bringing us together this morning, the reason why we are here is because of this company called EBC, the world best broker right now, 100%. And the reason why we are world best broker is one of the things I'm going to be sharing with us. It's not just world best broker just by mouth, right? We have the evidence, we have the proofs to show for it. Now, if this is your first time in a webinar like this, let me quickly introduce you to what a broker is. Now, a broker is a middleman between you and the global financial markets, right? Which means that a broker is your connection to wealth creation in the global financial market. So if you have a phone, a smartphone, a laptop, whatever you have that can connect you to the internet can also connect you to a broker. And with a broker like EBC, all you need is given to you for you to be able to succeed in your wealth creation journey, in your income creation journey. So it's very, very important that we pay attention to every section and every segment of this program this morning. Very, very important. All right, extremely important. Now, what are the things you need to quickly know about EBC before we get started? Number one, which is a very, very big thing, I'm very proud of saying this. This is a major thing for us, is the fact that EBC Financial Group is the proud official partner of FC Barcelona. All right, so we are the proud official partner of FC Barcelona, and that tells you a lot. That goes a long way to tell you who EBC Financial Group is and the value that we bring to people who do business with us. All right. Now, the major thing you need to also understand is that there's a lot of experience that is coming together to actually create a magnificent team called the EBC Financial Group team. All right. We have over 30 years of experience in the global financial. We have various centers from UK to London and the rest of it like that. We have been able to expand our operations right now, even all the way to Tokyo, Sydney, Singapore, South Africa, Kenya, and of course, Nigeria. And we are still expanding, by the minute. We are still expanding to other locations, even as we speak right now. And you need to understand that EBC family believes that everyone who trades seriously deserves to be treated with the utmost respect. What it means is that every one of our clients, every one of our traders, anybody who says, you know what, I want to create wealth by using your platform. I want to understand how to utilize your platform, which is top-notch, to be able to create wealth for myself. For everyone who have made that decision right now, I can tell you that we have been able to provide top-notch services to each and every one of them. What I'm just trying to say in summary is that this is a company that holds you by the hand and leads you to your way of wealth creation. And everything you get here in this company is all engineered, or is all the objective of everything you're getting is towards you being successful in your business of e-trading. If you know what e-trading is, we're going to talk about that very soon. Now, you need to understand that EBC Financial Group also is top regulated. When it comes to regulations, we are multi-regulated by various financial institutions, among which is FSA and the rest, but I don't have time to go into all that. Most of you can also do your research because we don't have all the time to quickly do that here in this meeting, all right? But you can go and, you can do your research if you want to, it's fine. But I can tell you that one thing for sure, when it comes to safety of account, safety of capital, when it comes to fund security, there is no other broker that can come close to what EBC has been able to put on ground, all right? It's very, very important we take note of that. Now, we've also been able to get a lot of awards over the years, and I can tell you that even this year alone, we've gotten multiple awards, including World Best Broker, right? It was an award that was, given to us, even this year. All right, so it's very, very important we take note of this. Now, some of our key policies is safety, like I said, fairness, dedication, value, integrity, and responsibility. All right, and of course, talking about responsibility, EBC is not just a company that is concerned with wealth creation. We're also concerned about the society. We are very much concerned with the society, and that is why even next year, right here in Nigeria, we're going to be having a massive anti-malaria campaign in Lagos. All right, if you know Makoko very well, we're going to be having a massive campaign in Makoko, Lagos next year to battle malaria, mostly for young children, mostly for young adults and teenagers who are actually, affected. And EBC is not just doing this in Nigeria, we are doing this all around the world. We have partnered with, United Against Malaria, which is a subsidiary of United Nations, to be able to really, really deal with this pandemic called malaria, in every or most countries where children have been affected. So EBC is not just a company that is concerned about you making money. This is a company that is also concerned about the safety and the well-being of the society. So it's a very, very big opportunity. It's a big honor, and I'm really, really excited. I don't know about you, to be part of the team, and I'm really hoping that by the end of this program, a lot of us will also come on board on this team, and we'll be able to move together in this moving train of wealth creation. Now, very, very fast about myself. My name is Precious David. If you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm a capital market and security analyst. And what I'm about to teach you right now is all I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I started from absolutely nothing. And today I am where I am today. And guess what? You see, success can be replicated. I have seen people also who started from absolutely nothing, and today they are doing very well in their business of e-trading. I have seen people who walked into my seminars with slippers, with Dunlop slippers, and today they are doing very well. I've seen people who came to my seminars riding bicycles, and today they are riding their own cars. So it's a big thing for me, and it's more than just a webinar. I am very, very passionate about this, because for every one of you who have joined this program and who's going to stay to the end of the program, I'm going to be showing you practically how this business can also affect your financial life in a positive way. All right? And don't just take my word for it. I've written several books in this business. This was my first book about 4 years ago. This was my second book about 3 years ago. And each of these books has blessed over 5,000 lives as I'm speaking to you right now. That's the record I have, because there are a lot of academies in Nigeria that are actually incorporating this book into their teaching methodology. But each of these books has blessed over 5,000 people that have bought it directly from me, that have come in contact with the book directly from me. But I understand that the reach of this book is beyond this, and I've gotten a lot of testimonies and all that from this book. I've also co-founded a lot of companies. These are two of my companies I co-founded 3 years ago, and this is the one I actually launched this year. All these companies are all trading companies, trading educational companies that talks about, that helps people to understand the nitty-gritty of trading education, so that they don't make mistakes that some of us made when we started, so that you can actually do this business the right way and make money in this business the right way and the real way to go about it. All right. Now, for some of you that are asking, is this even possible? You can see these are some of my pictures. I just have to show you this so that you understand that I've been doing this for a long time. This will be my 5th year. No, this will be my 6th year training people, teaching people how to trade, how to make money. I've taught professors, professionals, doctors, and all that. And these are some of the pictures. This was Ilorin, this was Akure, this was Abeokuta, this was Akure again, this was Osogbo, this was Abeokuta again, this was OAU, right? Economic Department OAU, this was last year. This was OAU also, this was social science students, educational students. This was Unilag, all right? This was this year, April, at the Nigerian Traders Fair. This was this year, April, all right? So you need to understand that this business that we are here to talk about is a big deal. And it's something I believe can change the life of anybody who actually pay attention to it. So let's quickly go to the objective of our seminar, our webinar this morning. The objective is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. How do I use AI and business to generate profits and achieve wealth in 2025? As simple as that. As simple as that. How do I use AI and business to generate profit and achieve wealth in 2025? You see, I had a program, a physical seminar very recently, and somebody came into my program, and this man, of course, was in his almost close to his 50s, and he came all the way from Ikorodu. And when the man came into my seminar, you know, and I was talking about money, talking about this, showing a lot of proofs, this man was amazed, and he was like, this can't be real, because, I mean, I am working very hard to achieve a lot of things in my life, and yet I don't even have the kind of, I cannot even boast of 2 million naira in my account right now. I have, as I'm speaking to you, I have over 5 POS that I am using to do business and all that, and yet it's not. So, and you're telling me that with business, I mean, with AI and with I can generate wealth in 2025, you know, it was looking so very, very strange. Just like how some of you are already, you know, some of you are feeling a little bit strange about what I'm talking about now. Some of you are not, you might be looking at it that, is this even possible? Let me break it down to you. You see, let me really share this with you. I don't have all the time, but I'm going to go straight to the point in this webinar this morning. I don't really have all the time. All right. Now, the business we want to talk about is the business of e-trading. E-trading is not a new business. E-trading has been since 1970s, right? Now, before 1973, where e-trading became a major thing, trading has, I mean, electronic trading has been a major thing. People have been buying stocks, buying a lot of things. Even during the Chinese dynasty, people were buying and selling rice. There was a major rice and silk market even in those days. So trading, even up till now, is still a major way of making money. If you look at a market like this, in a market like this, nobody cares what you studied, nobody cares your certification, nobody cares if you're a man or a woman. All that matters is, do you understand the concept of buying and selling? That is why somebody like me who studied biology education to be precise, can sit in front of you and can lecture you on how to make money. I have sat in front of professors, in front of doctors, in front of bankers and accountants that has no idea of what we're talking about. Why? Because it's not about what you studied, sir. It's not about your level of IQ. No, sir. It's about your understanding of the simple concept of demand and supply. So I can guarantee you 100% that anybody can do this. It's not meant for a set of people. It's for everybody. So let's quickly go back there. Why do I believe anybody can do this? Now, of course, not everybody can have the time or might have the time to actually do a physical business like this. Somebody like me, I really don't have the time, right? Today is Saturday. I'm in the office wearing suits. I don't have time to come and start sitting in Oyinbo market or in Oshodi market or whatever market around the world and start buying and selling physically. I don't have the time, even though there's money in the market. This is where e-trading comes in. In 1973, there was a massive breakthrough, and the breakthrough was simple. They could now computerize the data that was coming from the liquidity provider. What it means is that people have now had access to the market via their computers and their phones. There was no phone, so it was majorly just computers, right? So e-trading is simply electronic buying and selling. What we are trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that e-trading is the electronic approach to trading itself. What it means is that you are not doing anything different, sir. It's the same thing. So, for example, I don't want to jump the gun, but because of time, I really want to rush this because I know that this is a webinar, and I am actually I understand what data is talking about right now. And as much as I want us to actually spend time here, at the same time I'm actually so I'm going to be cutting out a lot of. I'm going to be going I'm going to be going straight to the point, and I'm going to be very, very factual this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, one of the first things you need to understand about this business is that anybody can do it. That's number one. Number two is the fact that e-trading has to do with financial items. So while there are some similarities and there are some differences. Now, the similarities is that demand and supply affect both business, both e-trading and trading. So e-trading is the online aspect or the online approach or the electronic approach to buying and selling, while trading itself is the physical approach like the one you're seeing on the screen right now. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. The similarity between these two people, between these two concepts, is that in this market and in this market, demand and supply is the same demand and supply that affects both markets. The only difference between this market and this market, number one, is the time that you trade in this market. For example, in the physical market, there are sometimes you can't trade. For example, in the middle of the night, you can't go to any market in the middle of the night to go and buy and sell, except it's a 24 hours market, which I don't think we have many of. In Nigeria here, I don't think there's any 24 hours market. Maybe some malls, right? So you can't really go to any physical market like this in the middle of the night. You will not see anybody there. But e-trading, you can actually trade it at any time. Any time. You can wake up in the middle of the night. As long as it's within the opening hours of the market, you trade and you make your money, right? But that is not even the major difference. The major difference is what we are trading, what is involved in this trading that we are doing. And if you look at this, you discover that one of the things you can quickly pick from this picture is that we have noodles. Sorry, I'm a Nigerian, so noodles, right? And then you have beans, you have egg. There are a lot of things that can be bought and sold here. But in our own business, we are not concerned with Indomie, beans, egg. What we do are classified into a portfolio called financial items. And in this portfolio lies the likes of stocks, commodities, indices, government bonds, and currencies. I repeat, stocks, commodities, indices, bonds, and currencies. So it's very, very important to understand this, right? What it means is that these are the things that we are concerned with. These are the things that we are buying and selling. So is it even possible to succeed in the business of e-trading? The answer is absolutely yes. Don't take my word for it. The first guy I need to show you very, very fast is Biliptus. Biliptus was an university dropout who was studying architecture. He didn't have the money to continue to further his studies because the person that was sponsoring him died. And eventually, long story short, Biliptus started or found himself he had no choice, just like somebody like me, because my own journey, so I had no choice, right? I had to do something extra. So Biliptus was looking for something extra to do, and then he came across e-trading, and he started. And that was how this guy started making a lot of money from the business. Eventually, he now went to go and study e-trading itself, got certified as a capital market and security analyst, and became a prop trader. In case you don't know, most of the banks, DTB, Money Point, OPay, First Bank, they are all doing this business I'm talking about this morning. All of them are all involved. In fact, they are making the chunk of their money from two things. Number one is lending. Number two is e-trading. That are the two major things that the banks make their money from, no matter the bank you're using. I don't want to know. As long as a commercial bank, even all these new online banks like OPay and Money Point, they are also very much involved in e-trading. So it's something that you need to understand that it's not a new business. It's something that is very common, but because a lot of times we don't pay attention to these things, we just lose opportunities. A lot of times I see a lot of people coming to my DM, mostly this very, very recently, to lament about money. And I understand that the economy is a little bit the way it is, but I can tell you, sir, I can tell you, man, that there is a lot of opportunities embedded in internet today. There's a lot of opportunities that the online space has brought, and your job is only to take advantage of it. Anyway, so eventually this guy was interviewed in the book called The New Market Wizard by Jagdish Swagger, and that was when he was nicknamed the Sultan of Currencies. This guy was so rich. He was so rich from the business of e-trading that, in fact, you would be surprised how much his net worth is. You can just confirm this yourself. Biliptus, probably just check on your phone. You can just ask ChatGPT to give you his history and his net worth, so you understand, you have an idea of what I'm talking about. The next guy is Bruce Kovner. Bruce Kovner, when I started my business about 10 years ago, this guy's story was one of the people that actually encouraged me to start. Because Bruce Kovner in 1977 was only a taxi driver. And this guy metamorphosed from a taxi driver into somebody who is now worth $11 billion. How did it happen? Simple. One day he was tired of his life, tired of of what he was currently doing, and he walked into a seminar, just like how you are in a webinar right now listening to me. Guess what? The person who is speaking to you was at one time in his life in a seminar in Ikeja. I will not forget. I heard the program on radio, ran to Ikeja. I was thinking it was all of this GNLD program, multi-level marketing. It was e-trading. And that was the first time I came in contact with this business. And that was at a time in my life when nothing was working. Nothing was working. In fact, I didn't even have the money to start then. I went home sad because I knew that this was the business for me, but there was no capital. So you need to understand that this is the reason why I was so encouraged, because this guy's story is just like my own. As at that period of time, he didn't have money to start. He had to go and borrow $3,000 on his credit card to start his journey on e-trading, trading currencies and futures. Today, this taxi driver in his 40s is now worth $11 billion in his 70s. And if you look at this man and this man who, if you look at this particular guy and this particular guy, you agree with me that this guy looks more younger and looks more happier, right? It's as simple as that. Sometimes what you do brings fulfillment to you, and that brings more happiness. So if you are somewhere right now where you know that this is not the level I need to be financially, you're not happy, then you need to really, really pay attention, because what I'm communicating to you right now is beyond just a program. What I'm communicating to you right now is beyond just a webinar. I don't believe in chances. I don't believe in luck. I believe everything is programmed in life for a particular reason. So if you're here, you are actually here for a particular reason. Now, let me quickly share my story with you. I started my life in Lagos majorly from this shop. All right. And this was in 1999. From 1999 to 2003, we were sleeping and waking up to nothing. So very fast, at a very young age, I knew very fast that poverty was real. Some of you don't know. Some people don't know, but poverty is very, very real, mostly in this part of the world, right? So I knew that the only way to kill poverty 100% is to work hard. So I started working very, very hard, because I believe that there's nothing you cannot achieve in life if you are willing to work for it. But the problem that, you see, this is very true, but the problem today is that money has moved in its approach. Is that work itself now has two types. There are two major types of work. Anyway, I don't have time, but let me just quickly share with you. You see, there are two major types of work today. You can decide to work hard, and you can decide to work smart. It depends on how you want to do it, right? You can decide to work hard, and you can decide to work smart. And if I ask most of us right now that which one is working today, you will agree with me that the people who are working smart are the people who are getting results today. So there is no result if your type of work is not in alignment with the current approach to wealth creation. I see a lot of people doing a lot of things. I see a lot of people still going to school to study a lot of courses, and I begin to ask myself some questions. You see, money has moved. Money has moved. And if you are not sensitive enough to understand that money has moved from the physical realm to the online space right now, I tell you, sir, you will just be wasting your time. There are a lot of young people, there are a lot of people right now, even in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, that are making millions by the hour without going to any office, without putting on any tie. They are in their houses and they are being paid by. It's all about understanding the type of or the approach of work. I don't have all the time, so let me just quickly skip. And when I discovered this, it was very, very life transforming time for me, because this was a time I discovered this. It was a time where I had worked in a particular school as a teacher for 2 years of my life, as a salary of 75,000 naira. And then one day, the painter walked into the school to renovate the primary section. And I discovered that this painter worked for only 2 days. And after that 2 days, this guy received 75,000 naira, which was my salary for 2 years, for the whole month. And that was when I discovered that it's not about your certificate, though. It's not about your age. It's not about how good you are in your work. It's not about how hard working you are. It's all about the approach and how your work is in alignment to where money is today. And so therefore, that particular night, I couldn't sleep, because I couldn't understand how a painter who couldn't speak English very well, who was not a graduate, could be earning in 2 days what I am earning in 1 month, with all my certification and all my, on my learning. And that was why it occurred to me that, you see, in life, it is either you create a system of your own, or you continue to be a part of another man's system. And the thing is, you can't sit on the fence, sir. You have to choose. So that night, I needed to decide what I wanted to do, and I needed to be courageous to actually take action. You see, sometimes decisions are very easy because you can just make a decision. But it takes courage to be able to decide and take action towards a decision. So eventually, I resigned from that job. And before I resigned, and I spent 2 years in the job. Before, at least around 1 year in the job, I already knew there was a problem, because I couldn't do any extra lessons. I was always in the school. I was the housemaster. So I needed to make money, because 75,000 is not a lot of money. I have a lot of responsibilities. So that was when, for the first time, I heard about e-trading in the seminar. I didn't have the money to start, but when I came back home, I started doing my research. I started, learning. I started teaching myself, and that was how it started for me. So I'd already started making a lot of, some small change, some small money before that time. So immediately this thing happened, and I told myself very fast that I needed to decide. I resigned from the job. A lot of people thought I was mad. People told me that I was going to come back to beg. Eventually, I started my own academy, and we are here today, 8 years later. So it's a major thing for me. This was the last time I took the children to school. This is me today. This is me 1 year later. In 1 year, I was able to transform my life completely. I was able to, for the first time in my life, get a car. My first car then was an Elantra 2009 model. That was the first car I ever bought in my life. Under 1 year of living, of aligning my hard work or my work approach to the right approach, to the right place where money is. You see, if you are working hard, if you are tilling the wrong ground, you can be working hard tilling that ground. But if you are tilling the wrong ground where the treasure is, where the treasure cannot be found, you will just be wasting your time. But there are some times that when you are in the right place and you are putting in the right effort, you get very fast results. Because it's not about your effort, it's about where you are actually putting that effort. So it's very, very important to understand this. Very, very important to understand this. Very, very important. This is my withdrawal last month. This was September. And this was just out of one of my accounts, about $5,589 last month. That's about, let's say, 8 million plus, right? Manageable. This is this month. This month, as the time I took this picture, this was around 10th of the month. As the time I took this picture. And sorry, 10 to 25. So this month alone, I've also made about $1,000+, about 1 point something million. Now, I will not come here and start showing you houses, start showing you Lamborghini and all that, no. But I will tell you the truth about this business. Everything I have achieved by God's grace and this business. So it's not something that I don't need to hype. I don't need to show you anything. I don't need to show you houses. And I need you to look at me and be able to make your own decision yourself, because at the end of the day, it's going to be your decision that will change everything. I can talk from now to tomorrow. It's going to be your decision. So let's really go to the nitty-gritty of this business. What are the facts about this business, and why do I think anybody can do it and anybody can make profit from it? Number one, e-trading is very unique. Why? Because it doesn't require your gender. You can be a man, you can be a woman, it doesn't care. It doesn't require your age, because you don't need strength in this business. All you need is knowledge. Number two, you don't need to know people in high places to help you. All you need today is internet connection. The person speaking to you right now, as at 1999, was thrown out of his house. I had no place to stay. That was why I had to go and rent. We had to go and rent that shop as a family, because there was nowhere. We had no connection. There was no, till today, apart from the people, all the connections I have all around the country right now are connections I was able to make through this business. There are clients I was able to meet. I have met a lot of people in my life. There are people I was able to connect with through this business of e-trading. But I never knew anybody before. I don't have any connection. So the only connection you need today is internet connection. As long as you are able to connect to the internet, and you're able to use that internet the right way to connect to the right business, connect to the right people, you are good to go. And that's why I want to really congratulate everyone again who is listening to me right now, because I can tell you that you are in the right atmosphere, you are in the right space. All that you just need right now is to make your decision, and that's all. Now, you need to also understand that this business, you can do it from anywhere in the world. You don't need a boss, employment, or inventory. You can start small, you can start big. Unlimited profit potential is there. You can do it part-time, full-time, 24 hours a day, and you can trade at your own leisure. Now, you also need to understand this very, very fast, that your background does not matter in this business. I kept on saying, I've been saying this for a long time, right? I have spoken in places where somebody who studied biology and education should not speak. Should not even enter. I have been able to speak to people that based on my qualification, I do not qualify to speak to them. But based on my knowledge, based on my experience, and based on the fact that I have gotten a lot of results in my life, I have gotten access to these people. It has nothing to do with IQ. It only has everything to do with your I can. So the question is this: do you see yourself achieving this? That's all. Bruce Kovner, and including myself, we all have one thing in common, and that is the spirit of I can. Anybody you seek succeed in this business, go and ask them. It's not about IQ. It's the ability to tell themselves that I can do this, and that's it. So what exactly is this business, and why do I believe that you can do it? Remember that what we are buying and selling are called financial instruments, from shares, currencies, to indices and commodities. Don't forget that. So we don't actually trade anything. We trade a specific set of things called financial instruments. Now, what are stocks? We all know what stocks are, right? You can buy into the stocks of GTB, First Bank, and the rest of them like that. What about index? Now, index is the plural form of stock. So a stock is just one. Stocks combined together, when you combine 2, 3 stocks together, you get index. So NASDAQ, Dow Jones, DAX 30 or DAX 40 rather, all of them are all index. Nigeria also has an index. Yesterday I was checking Nigeria index, said it has done over 40% in return this year alone. It's called the Nigerian Stock Exchange All Share Index. As at yesterday, the report was that it has done over 40% in return, which is the highest ever. All right, so index are combinations of 2, 3, 4, 5, more stocks. All right. Now, commodities are also there. Personally, I'm a commodity trader. I don't trade forex. I'm not a forex trader. If you want to trade forex, it's also good. This is an e-trading webinar where we teach you how to trade everything, and then you choose the one you want to go for, the one you want to specialize on. Personally, I started from trading currencies to trade more of gold. So I'm more of a commodity trader right now. All right. Now, under commodities, there are 3 major aspects you need to understand. We have gold and silver, which are called precious metals. We have oil, which is under energy. So under oil, we have WTI, we have Brent, and we have natural gas. Then we have agricultural produce or agro commodity, which are coffee, cocoa, corn, cotton, barley, sugar, etc. Right? So you choose the one you want to go for. Personally, I trade gold because I understand it more. I understand that whatever moves the economy of the United States most of the times moves gold. So if dollar is going up like this, gold is going down. If gold is going down, dollar is going up. It's pretty simple, right? I understand. If there is a war outbreak right now, there's a war rumor right now, or whether it is trade war or nuclear war, whatever war, as long as it's a war between the United States and any major country, I know what's going to happen with gold. Gold is going to go up. I can tell you, so I understand gold very well. But that is me. You can choose to major in silver if you understand it. I have a client who trades only coffee because he understands coffee. I have another one that trades only cocoa. I have somebody who trades only crude oil. It depends on what you understand. I have somebody that trades only currencies. It depends on what you understand. All right. But the major thing is that you're making money from anything you're doing, which is the major thing. Now, the next thing you want to talk about is also currencies. I talk about currencies. So we have stocks, index, commodities, which are these, and then we have currencies. Now, what is being traded? What are we really trading? Are we buying and selling physically all these things? No. Let me break it down to you. What we are interested in is the price difference. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it becomes interesting. Let me quickly say this. You see, you will never see any other business that is as lucrative as this and as easy as this. Why? Because what we are dealing with is not the physical commodities. It's not the physical goods. We don't have any business buying physical gold or what we are concerned about 100% is the price difference. The price difference of whatever we are buying. For example, this year, April, we had a major Muslim festival in Nigeria, all around the world. And these guys, they were being sold for 450,000 naira around April, 2 weeks before Ilea. Now, let's go back a little January. In January this year, these guys were going for about 200,000 naira. 200,000 naira. So let's assume that I had bought 10 of them in January to sell them off in April. How much have I made? I have made 250,000 naira on each of them, which means I have gotten a profit of 2.5 million naira in gross profit. Now, that is doing the business physically. Do you know that with my phone, I could have also seen the charts of this market, let's say the RAM markets right now. I would have seen the charts on my phone as the price is going up. And I know what is pushing it up. I know that the reason why price is going up is because of the festive period coming in April, the Muslim festive period, where a lot of demand is going to be on these guys. So based on this, in January, without going to the physical market, I could have told EBC, which is my broker, EBC, you know what? buy me 10 pieces of RAM at the price of 200,000 naira, I would have taken that trade. By April, that is my target. So I'm targeting April. By April, the chart would have moved up to 450,000. And all I just need to do is to tell EBC, you know what? Close my trade for me and give me my profits. And that is done for me. Now, remember, I am doing the same thing the physical people are doing, the physical market people are doing. The same thing that is affecting them is affecting me. If, God forbid, there is a disease that kills this RAM and that is transferable to human beings and that reduces the demand of the RAM, it will also affect me. I would also lose money here, just the same way the physical people will lose money. So the same news and the same market affects both of us, but me, I am not concerned with the physical RAM. I am only interested in the price difference. And guess what? Because I am using a leverage, I don't need to have the same capital that they have. Listen, I don't need to have 2 million to buy 10 RAMs because I have leverage. Every broker gives you leverage. And with EBC, you even get more leverage. What leverage means is that you have a power to do business. Even when you have very little amount, that little amount can be expanded because the company comes in to help you to take some purchases that is even beyond your capital. It's called leverage. So I make more money than them. I don't take the risk that they are taking. And whatever affects them affects me. And I can see what is happening live and direct per minute in the market from my phone. And I can take advantage of it from my phone using my broker. You can never see any other business as sweet as this. I can tell you that 100%. So whatever you are buying, whether it is gold, whether it is silver, whether it is crude oil, whether it is stocks, whether it is index, you are doing the same business that the physical people are doing. For example, Otedola is buying crude oil or is importing crude oil. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the same business with him. Whatever affects the global price of crude oil also affects you. Because what you are checking on your phone, what chart you are seeing is the reflection, the statistical representation of the global price and how demand and supply is affecting it. So this business is the same thing with the physical business, the same thing affecting them. The only difference is that you and I are only concerned with the price difference. We are not concerned about the physical commodity, the physical currency, or the physical stocks. We don't, that's why it's called contract for difference. We are only interested in the differentiation of price, in the price differentiation or the price difference from where I bought it and where I want to sell it, or where I sell it and for where I want to buy it back at a cheaper rate. The difference between the price where you enter and where you leave is your profits. And that is why it's very, very important to understand that price can move in 3 ways. Price can go up, price can go sideways, and price can go down. And normally, what you're supposed to know is that if I want to really understand where price is going, I need to do what is called analysis. And there are 4 types of analysis. We have the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis, the sentimental analysis, and the risk analysis. And it's very, very important to understand this, that the fundamental analysis has to do with the news. Yesterday, I was telling somebody that, do you know that most of the news that you listen to from the United States, and for somebody like me, I am very concerned about what Donald Trump is saying, what Jerome Powell is saying, what the government is, because there's a likelihood of a government shutdown, in the United States right now. I'm very concerned about inflation rates and all that. And you will be thinking that maybe I have plans to jackpot and go there. No, I might go there for vacation and come back. But I am very concerned about the United States even more than I'm concerned about Nigeria. Why? Because my money is tied to their economy. My money is tied to the news coming from them. So fundamental analysis has to do with understanding how key news can affect demand and supply in the market. Mostly from the United States when you're trading something like gold, in my own case. If you're trading something like coffee, then you need to pay attention to Brazil, news coming from Brazil. If you are, it depends on what you are trading. Now, in the case of sentiment analysis, this has to do with understanding the psychological state. How are people reacting to the news? Oh, there is a rumor of war coming between the United States and China. How are investors reacting to that news? How are they, how are they seeing the news? Are they seeing that the US is going to beat China if there was going to be a war, or if the other, or if they're just even scared and all of them are just moving their money to gold? So you need to understand what the news is talking about. So that's sentiment analysis. Then we have technical analysis, and then we have risk analysis. Now, I don't have all the time to actually teach you all this. I have prepared a wonderful training on this, a 2-hour training on this for people who want to actually go to understand this, and it's absolutely free of charge. Absolutely free of charge. You don't need to pay anything for it. However, what I want to do this morning is to teach you how technology can help you do this. Now, you need to understand that while it is very, very important that you understand that price can move in 3 ways, it is not 100% your job right now, because of technology, to be able to correctly predict price. You can use technology to be able to do that easily. And that is why I need to quickly tell you that there are 2 ways to take trade. There are 2 ways to do analysis right now. There are 2 approaches to trading right now. The first approach is called the manual approach, just like what you have on your screen right now. The first approach is the manual approach. The second approach is the automated approach. Both of these things achieve the same results. You still hear me, you want to pound. But you can go with the manual approach, you can go with the automated approach. And that's why even in trading right now, we have the manual trading, we have the automated trading. And today, what I want to pay attention to right now is the automated trading. Guys, let me show you something interesting. Let me show you something interesting. I hope my chart is open. I hope you can all see my chart. Great. This is an account I opened about 2 months ago. You can see the deposit, $967. And this account has done $2,387 in profits. What if I told you that I did not touch this account one day? I did not take a single trade on this account. I did not place one single trade on this account. So how is that possible? Check, look at this. There's something called auto trading here. Auto trading, can you see it? Now, this auto trading is a function that comes with the MT4. So where I am right now is called the MT4 platform. This is where the trading takes place, right? This is not owned by any broker. It's not owned by EBC. This is where trading takes. This is the marketplace. This is also the market, the Oyinbo market. This is the marketplace. This is open to anybody that is registered under, as a broker. And if you look at this right now, you discover that on this chart, I have this guy here. This is called an expert advisor. An expert advisor is a trading software that is programmed to take trade on your behalf. It's one that we buy, it's one that will do the analysis, it's one that we sell. Your job is to monitor it and withdraw. Now, monitor it how? 2 ways. Number one is that when you are monitoring it, the first thing you need to understand is that because this thing is not, this is a program software, anytime there's going to be a very volatile news, maybe Trump is about to say something, or the market is going to be very volatile due to a news, you need to put it off. Like you can see, it's now off. It's not, if it's on, it will be green. If I put it on now, it will be green. You can see. But I put it off on Friday because I don't trade on Friday and Mondays because the market is always very volatile, right? So you need to monitor it so that during times of high volatility, you can put it off. Now, number 2 is you need to also, in terms of monitoring, determine your risk. So, for example, if I put $1,000 here right now, which is what I did at the time I deposited, about $967, I was actually risking only $200 of my money. So I was willing to risk $200. If you are listening to me and you are not willing to risk anything in business, you are not ready for business. If you think I will come here and start telling you there's no risk involved, it's all about money, profit, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not here. Trading has to do with profit and loss. And you need to understand how to manage your risk properly for you to make profit. In fact, your job as a trader is risk management. Risk management, that's your job. So you need to understand, I told you when I started that I'm going to be telling you the hard fact about this business. I have made a lot of money from it. This year alone, let me not mention amount, I have made a lot of money from this thing. This year alone. I just showed you my September and October withdrawals. Two of those withdrawals is amounting to over $6,500 just in 2 months. So imagine how much I've been making throughout the year. So there's a lot of money in it, but it does not mean that there is no loss. There's no risk. There are risks, and that's why you need to understand how to manage the risk. So when I started this account, I put my risk at $200. What it means is that I was only willing to risk $200 at any given time, which means anytime the market goes against me and enters minus $200, this software automatically shuts down my trades and then preserves my remaining capital, which is going to be about $767. But right now, this guy has made over $2,387 for me. 100% EA, I mean automated. I did not touch it. I did not touch it. Now, this is one part of trading. And for those that are ready to really learn this, guess what? This EA personally was programmed by myself. You don't need so much to actually do this. All you just need is to understand how to go about it, and that's all. So you can achieve this on your own. And that is why, don't worry, I'm going to be announcing something very special. Just stay to the end of the program. There's something special I'm going to be announcing. Now, this is the first aspect of automating your account. Going full, this is called full automation. Full automation. I'm not touching anything. It's the one trading, it's the one making money. You know, my job is just to monitor and withdraw. So my job is executive withdrawee. You understand? Now, let's quickly look at the next aspect of automation. There are three aspects. The next aspect is the semi-automated aspect. If you look at this chart right now, you can see that there is an indicator. We call it indicator. So this one tells you when to buy and when to sell, and there are rules on how to use them. For example, I have another one. I have a lot of them. I have another one here. That this one is even much more complex. It's called the golden profit indicator. Much more complex. This one tells me when to buy, tells me when to sell, gives me the currency strength meter, tells me a lot of things about the instrument, you know, and my job is just to interpret it and then take my trade if I am comfortable with the signal it's giving me. So this will not take the trade for you, but it will give you the signal to enter. It will tell you when to enter. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, you can be making between 50 to 100K per day if you have a very good capital. So even if you have a small capital, you could be making between $5 to $10 daily, depends on your capital. All right. So it's something that can tell you when to enter, when to come out. And there are rules, like I said, I keep saying, there are rules on how to use it. Yeah, once you understand the rules, and the rules are very, very simple. Once you understand the rules on how to use it, you are good to go. And there are a lot of them, right? There are a lot of them. But let's quickly talk about the third one because of time. I don't have much time. Let's talk about the third aspect of automating your account. What's the third aspect of automating your account? Now, it's called the copy trading platform. And I'm going to quickly show us. I'm not going to give you the option. So look at it. So under the copy trading option, what it means is that you can connect your account to professional's account. So let's assume that you want to go for this. What it means is that there are some people who they are professionals. Their job is to actually trade. They are traders for life. People like, in fact, even me, it's not because of my busy schedule, I don't trade all the time, right? But there are people who they don't do any other thing than trading. They don't do any other thing. That's their job. And they are on the platform. Your job is just to locate them on the copy trading platform and just copy their trades. Anytime they take trades, your account is being, you know, it's going to be attached to the account. And when they make profit, you make profit. When they make a loss, you make a loss. So what you need to now do is that as you are copying them, you can also determine your risk level to say, okay, this is what I'm willing to risk. This is what I'm willing to, you know, and as you're making money, you're going to be making money. Like this guy now has made a profit of 565,628% in return. This one has made about 1,485% in return. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. All right. So you need to understand these three aspects. Now, which aspect do I need you to pay attention to? This copy trading is good, but the aspect I really want us to pay attention to is the aspect of EA, the aspect of expert advisor. Because personally, I've been able to use expert advisor for over 5 years because of my busy schedule. I have several accounts. See, under this, let me quickly show you. Let me log out. I tell people that money can be made here. They don't believe. Let me show you something. Look at this. In this VPS alone, I have over 5 accounts. Now look at the number of VPS I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each of them have at least 5 to 6 accounts running. 5 to 6 accounts running automatically, 100% on automation. And each of them have between $1,000 to $2,000. $1,000 to $2,000 capital. So most of them have grown into $5,000, $3,000, like that, in the last 3 to 6 months right now. It's not up to 6 months, but it's more than 3 months. Let's say 4 months plus. And that's a fresh batch that I started sometimes 4 months ago. So you need to understand that the opportunity is vast. And the reason why I prefer this is because I don't have time and I need something to be doing this business for me little by little. So how do you go about this? How do you get started? There are things I need to teach you. There are things you need to understand. And we cannot really achieve it in just this webinar. And that's why we need to actually look at how to actually get started on this. And that is why you need to actually pay attention to the end of the program. All right, let's quickly come back here now and see how we can actually round off very fast. So I've showed you all this, and we have the expert advisor, and you can see the amounts you can get your own. They are very pricey. There are some that are $2,000, $1,500. There's for them, but don't worry. For those of you that are really serious about this business, I'm giving you at least 2 or 3 of these expert advisors absolutely free of charge, and I'm going to be teaching you how to also create your own using ChatGPT. You don't need to know how to code. Very simple. I'll teach you how to create it with ChatGPT. I'll teach you how to test run it. I will also teach you how to be able to correct whatever error you have from it. And not just me, I'm also going to be inviting an expert also. It's not just going to be me doing it. I'm going to be inviting an expert. You don't need to pay anything, don't worry. All I just need from you is your own ability to tell yourself I can do this thing and for you to get started. That's all. So I'm going to be inviting an expert, a brother of mine, all the way from Abuja. Is also our head of business development in Abuja, who is also going to be joining me. And also, I'm going to be also inviting a brother of mine also, all the way from Lagos also, who is also going to be joining me. So it's not just going to be a one-man thing. It's going to be something that people with vast experience in this business, a combined experience of over 30 years, are going to be holding your hands to teach you exactly what to do and what not to do. You don't need to know how to code. All you just need to know how to do, is to be willing to start this business and to get started and to get signed up. All right. So you need to understand that the 2 things you need in this business is knowledge and software. Knowledge and software. Knowledge is not enough. You need to have software. All right. So how do you begin? How do you get started? How do you get access to this class that we're going to be hosting? Because the class is going to be coming up next week. How do you get access to this class? It's very simple. The first thing you need to do is to register your account with us if you have not registered your account with us before. All right. You need to register your account with us very, very fast. Probably if you have not done that before, you need to do it immediately after this webinar. All you just need to do is click on the link. I'm going to be sending the link right now to the chat platform before we finish so that you can click on the link and then get yourself registered. If you're registered before, then it's fine. Then all you just need to do is to fund your account. Now, listen to this. Normally, this software goes for 500,000 naira. The training of the software, the ones I'm going to be giving to you, and all the training. And I can tell you these are the discounted rates. It's not even worth it. Because normally, those softwares, for some of us, we sell them at the rate of 2,000. We bought them. I've bought a software for $1,000 before that didn't even work well. So there are a lot of softwares out there. There are a lot of them that are not working well. A lot of them that are garbage. But we are going to be giving you the one that is that I'm personally using. We're going to be training you how to create your own that can work for you with your own trading style. So there's a lot of things that you need to learn. So 500,000 is nothing. But guess what? Don't pay me this. We're going to be giving you for absolutely free of charge. Courtesy EBC financial group, absolutely free of charge. All right. Don't pay me anything. I don't need you to pay me anything. Don't pay anybody anything. All I need from you is use that money that you want to use to pay me. You need to fund your account because this training is going to be coming for only serious people who are willing to, commit into this business one way or the other. So how much can you start with? How much can you fund? Now, before we continue, this is the link to the registration. If you're not registered before, you can screenshot this link right now. You can write it down somewhere. Make sure you register very fast. I'm going to be checking to see the records. We're going to be checking to see the records. It's very, very important that you register using this link. Very, very important. Very, very important. All right. Make sure you register using this link. Okay. Now, for all of you that are also registering today, in the next 1 week, if you're registering and funding your account in the next 1 week to prepare yourself for that training, you're also going to be getting my book. Apart from that, you're also going to be getting some other goodies. Let's talk about how much you can start with. Now, you can start with the Rising Star account, which is normally 200,000 naira, but today and the next 1 week actually is going for 150,000 naira. All right. What does it come with? It comes with a free training. You also get the software training and all that, but you don't get the software. You only get the training. All right. Now, you can also go ahead to actually go for the Elite Trader platform, which is normally 500,000 naira, but today is coming to you at 300,000 naira only. And for the next 1 week, you have that grace for the next 1 week. This comes with an official Barcelona football. Official, when I say official, not the one that produced in Nigeria. Official Barcelona football, all the way from Camp Nou. It will be sent to you anywhere you are in Nigeria. And of course, this is coming for 300,000 naira for the next 1 week. After 1 week, it goes back to 500,000 naira. And it comes with the training. And you can also use your account to do the copy trading on the copy trading platform. It's also good to go. All right. If you don't really want the EA, you want the free EA, you want the training, you need to go for the champion trader platform. This normally is 1 million naira, but for the next 1 week, it's going to be coming to you at 500,000 naira. And then, of course, you get the official Barcelona football, you get the official Barcelona mug, and it comes with a free EA. Comes with also one of my personal books that I think is going to go a long way to helping you if you're able to read it. All right. So, and of course, you can also decide to go for the copy trading platform if you want to. But there's a lot of benefits here for you. And then lastly, we look at the legendary trader package. This comes at a discounted rate of 1.6 million, which is $1,000 in the next 1 week. And guess what? You have everything, including a one-on-one with myself. So you are here, you need a one-on-one with me. You can fund this, go for this funding, and they get a one-on-one with me. And to make it interesting also, you get a ticket to watch a live match, a live Barcelona match, or, you know, that in any major viewing center in either Lagos or Abuja, right? So this is 1.6 million for the next 1 week. If you're here, you're a student, and you're feeling like, oh, I'm a student, they've not called my own level, just speak with your account manager and let your account manager know, what you are looking at. And then the account manager will be able to advise you on the best to go for. Because you see, trading also is a business that has to do with capital. All right, it's a business that has to do with capital. So it's very, very important we take note of that. Okay, how do you deposit and how do you withdraw? All you just need to do is to click on the link and verify your account. Once you verify your account, withdrawing and depositing is very, very easy, straight to the point. It's something that you cannot miss. All right. Now, what are the risks involved in doing business with us? Number one, your capital is withdrawable at any time. You'll be educated first before you start. You will practice demo if you want to practice. For those of you that are going for live account. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, every Monday and Wednesday, we used to have a live webinar that we teach people, we tell people what to do and what not to do. So between the hours of 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I am always hosting a webinar every Monday and Wednesday, holding people by the hand, telling them buy this, sell that, so that we can make money together. All right, so it's something that you cannot go wrong, because you have the community, and you also have your account manager that's going to be calling you and holding you by the hand. So you can't go wrong. Nothing can go wrong here. All right, as long as you are paying attention and doing according to what you're being told to do, in case you're a newbie. All right, for those of you that really are very, very interested, you would like to start, and you're looking at how to get started, you're looking at how to get in contact with myself, that's my WhatsApp number. You can take it down. You can chat me up right now and tell me, this is so and so from EBC webinar, and I'm going to respond to you immediately. All right, that's my WhatsApp number. You can always get me through this number anytime, any day. To do business, to ask questions, to whatever you want to, whatever issues you have, you want me to clear up, money is available. All right. I will skip this and then we'll just go straight to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're born poor in life, like myself, might not be your mistake, right? Might not be your fault. But if you die poor in a world where there's a lot of opportunities right now, yeah, it's 100% your mistake, 100% your decisions, and 100% you. I used to say it that I came from a poor background, ends at age 30. Once you are 30 and above, you are the background, because you are the background that your children will also begin to look at. So you need to understand that everything I've showed you here today is the truth and nothing but the truth. And it's all about you. It's all about your decision. It's all about your ability to really want this. And for those of you that are actually making your decisions, I will do my best, and my team will do their absolute best to give you the best, to hold you by the hands, and to make sure that the decision you're making, is going to go a long way to actually influence your financial life. I remain my humble self, Precious David, and I really want to appreciate everyone who has been here from the very beginning, and those of you that joined along the way to this very moment. On behalf of EBC Financial Group and all the teams in Lagos, in Abuja, I want to thank everybody for their efforts, for making this possible today. I want to quickly also announce that next month we're going to be having a physical event. So in case you are in Lagos also and you are in this webinar and you want to see me physically, you want to see the team physically, we're going to be having a major physical event next month, 22nd of November at IV Hotel, Ikeja. All right, Aromire, IV Hotel, Ikeja, Aromire. So we're going to be announcing it. If you're interested, of course, you're going to be getting the details to attend. It's free for anybody who wants to attend. And of course, it's going to be a very, very wonderful event. Now, I want to quickly take some questions while we have the time, just in the next few minutes. Let's just take some questions. So if you have any questions, you can just drop a chat for me. Let me quickly see. Questions, questions, questions. Questions, questions. Questions. All right, so I guess we don't have any questions. Okay, please go ahead, Typhon. You can just drop a chat for me. Steve, you're asking if we incorporate crypto into our trading. Yes, we now offer crypto trading. Yeah, we now offer crypto trading. BTC USD. We now offer BTC USD on our platform. So yeah, we also do crypto. If that is what you're interested in, yeah, we also do crypto. Steve. Typhon, I'm waiting for your question. You can just drop it for me in the chat platform. While we are doing that, I would like to just go offline right now in terms of the recording so that it doesn't get too long. For those people that would want to watch the recording later on YouTube, let me just quickly take this off. Okay.